Well, look what's back. It's the monthly patron review request. After a couple months of donating the $15 donation, which resulted in the Garfield character profile and the Lego Movie sequel videos, Chris is back to the $10 monthly donation, in which I watch something on Netflix and review it. This time, it's the latest movie in Adam Sandler's current multi-film deal with Netflix, Sandy Wexler. I'm just going to say this straight out the bat. I did not like it, for a number of reasons. First off, it suffers from the problem I have with a lot of Adam Sandler comedies. In a lot of his comedies, he plays somebody the audience is meant to find charming and likable, and want to root for, and everyone except the main antagonist thinks he's a swell person who deserves a break. Yet, I never find myself as charmed as the characters in the films. He gets to play horrible people who don't learn a lesson and don't have much of an arc. It's other characters who are required to grow and evolve. But Lil Nicky and Donnie from That's My Boy, or his character from Pixels, they're fine just the way they are. Sandy Wexler takes that self-adoration even further by having these testimonials by a bunch of famous people, and Pauly Shore, talking about what a great manager the titular character is. However, I was never charmed by him or his antics. He's constantly depicted as this great manager, but we continually see him messing up. And while the main plot of the film revolves around him discovering Jennifer Hudson's aspiring singer in a theme park, she becomes successful because of other people. This is also another Sandler performance where he puts on a silly voice. Is it his most annoying voice? No. But is it his most pointless? Yeah. As much as I cannot stand his voice in Lil Nicky, I could understand why he thought that was a necessary direction to take that character, as ear-grating as it was. But there is no reason for Sandy Wexler to have this voice. You could argue that he's based on Sandler's real manager, which is true, but Sandy Wernick does not sound like that in real life.
To me, nothing's going to be more who Adam is and what his career was all about and how we got it rolling and how we were all in sync on Billy Madison.
Adding to the lack of charm in the Sandy Wexler character is a major aspect of the plot is him falling in love with Jennifer Hudson's character Courtney, which comes off more creepy than it is lovable. The film also takes place in the 90s, primarily so it can make jokes like, oh, that Blockbuster video is going to be around forever. Get it? Get it? My biggest problem with Sandy Wexler is its length. It runs 2 hours and 10 minutes, and is, in my opinion, the worst paced Adam Sandler comedy. About an hour in, I assumed there was maybe 50 minutes left, and the story was wrapping up. Nope, I still have to sit through another hour and 10 minutes. Did moving to Netflix lead Sandler and his frequent director Stephen Brill to think they could just keep whatever scene they wished, even if it did not advance the already thin plot? There's a good 40 minutes you could have cut out of this. There's a running gag involving Nick Swartzen playing a daredevil who keeps getting himself in accidents. We get it, he's a bad daredevil. We understood that character trait the first time you showed it to us. Terry Crews is introduced as a wrestler in the third act, and that whole subplot adds nothing. We also get an odd detour of a scene where Wexler gets seduced by a woman while her husband is lying in bed nearby in a vegetative state. Just because these are going straight to Netflix now does not mean you have to keep the deleted scenes in the finished film. I will admit there were 2 scenes that got a smile out of me. One was a joke involving a light switch.
Why the lights out?
No, he's leaning on the light switch.
That rather simple gag did get a chuckle out of me. And I smiled when Weird Al Yankovic showed up, because, let's be honest, Weird Al is so instantly likable, you're just happy whenever you see him. And despite the thankless role she has to play, Jennifer Hudson manages to still do a decent job of being the straight woman to Sandler's antics. Otherwise, I sat stone-faced through Sandy Wexler. It's not the worst Sandler Netflix production, as I found The Ridiculous Six far more irritating and insulting, but I would also put it a step below The Do-Over. See you next time.